Hello everyone, I'm Trinitech. So currently I am working on Atlantis 2, Milo and Kita's A Crystal's Life. I don't know if I want to say a crystal's life or a crystal life. But basically, Milo and Kita were going back to Atlantis. And I don't know how I'm going to pull this off. I have a lot of ideas in my head how I'm going to go about this. It is not going to be perfect, and I'm going to tell you this now. First of all, I'm not a professional animator. 2, you guys have seen my drawing style before. 3, you've seen my CGI 3D animation before. I'm going to tell you now, I am no professional. But I will say this, if anyone's looking to voice act with me, if anyone's looking to animate with me, I'm happy to help. But truth be told, I basically just decided I know how to do 2D and 3D animation even if it ain't perfect. So to that I say, sure, I'll animate some 2D, 3D stuff to make Atlantis 2. Even if my thing turns out to be hot garbage, it'll still be a better story than the straight to DVD thing that I saw before. And I'm not perfect at drawing backgrounds, but I can tell you right now that I'm going to try my absolute best to capture what the original had, but it's a sequel. So basically, Milo and Kita's already, maybe they're getting married or something. And then, like, something happens where you find out that the one guy, I think his name was Ratcliffe or something, he or whatever his name was, lived, and he's like, and he's still a crystal guy or whatever. That's cool. Or maybe he exploded and somebody brought him back, or maybe another explorer came to Atlantis, found it, and was looking, or maybe it was the grandson of Ratcliffe, where he found out that his grandfather went missing, and he wanted to know where he went, and he ends up going to Atlantis himself, and he finds it. And regretfully so, he finds out his grandfather died, and then he goes and brings him back. Already, that sounds like a pretty good plot, but what he doesn't know is that his grandfather is evil. And maybe by using the crystal's power, he was able to bring his grandfather back. But, maybe he turns into a crystal monster again or something. Or maybe he just comes back normal, but has to keep on the crystal, otherwise he'll disintegrate and die or whatever. I don't know. Or maybe it just brought him back. Either way, already starting to sound like a better plot. I have multiple ideas for this sequel. I mean, we gotta remember that the first version of Atlantis, like when they were first making it, was not the final product. Remember that it changes throughout time. But yeah, I have a lot of ideas. I definitely want to see all the other characters back, like Vinny, Sweet, I want to see Helga again. I love Helga. Oh my gosh. She's the sexy. I want to say Laura Croft as a blonde character. A lot of people compared her to some other actors that I don't know about, but that's not from my time period. I am way younger than whoever saw that. Another thing I want to compare Atlantis to, don't get mad at me, but Stargate. I loved the movie Stargate. So we got the big, meaty, buff, bad villain character who wants to blow things up. Okay, even though Vinny's the one who blew things up in Atlantis, I mean, who used it for evil? I mean, it's Stargate is a great example of, we're in another world. And I really like aliens, and I mean, I don't actually believe in aliens. I want to make that clear. I really like aliens. I really like sci-fi. I love explosions. I love other worlds. I love all that. So who's to say that Atlantis, what if the city changes? Like, what if every so often the city like changes, or maybe they just constantly rebuild it? Are the plants alive in Atlantis? Are they dead? Are they just natural plants? Why are there fireflies that catch on fire but don't burn up themselves? And just weird things like that. Or what's the culture behind the Atlanteans? And I found out today that yes, the Atlanteans are considered to be black. And why that is somebody who I was watching the review of the movie, which I would agree with this. People who are of color, I'm quoting the girl, usually don't like it when their culture or them in general are betrayed certain ways. When it came to Atlantis, they found it to be fine, but they didn't like that they just kind of pulled from their culture and never once said, yeah, that they're black. And I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, I would have thought they were more Indian than black, because to me, they didn't quite look dark complected. And I know Sweet is definitely black, but like, I don't get it. I really don't. And what if we added some new characters? I feel like Atlantis needs new characters. But overall, this is what I will say. I mean, I'm not no perfect artist, but I am a big fan of these type of movies. We got Avatar, Stargate, even E.T., I'll say, with aliens and gotta get back to their world, or the center of the universe, or even the core. The core is another great example of that whole team thing where a bunch of people die and things like that. Or there was another movie I was thinking of. But overall, Atlantis is a great movie. It's completely underrated. I would love to also even try my hand at a second Black Cauldron, but that is going to be a very hard topic to handle, and I don't know anybody who can actually talk like Gandalf. And I'm sorry, I don't care what anyone says, the Black Cauldron is definitely a part of the Hobbit universe, and I have a reason for that. Gandalf is reading from a book. I need to make a whole video on that, where he's reading from a book, sharing the different stories of these different people. Anyways, overall, I would just say that Atlantis is a good movie. Do you guys have any suggestions? Like, I'm also looking for... See, it was a creative team. I'm just one person. If you guys have any ideas for Atlantis too, if you want to join in animating or being a part of this, or just voice acting, or just even adding some story elements, maybe some drawing ideas of how the buildings look. Remember, I have a Facebook called Trini Tech as well, so feel free, post stuff on there. I have a Twitter, Trini Tech 777. Feel free to add whatever opinions you want, because in this case, I really do want to make Atlantis 2 happen. As you saw with the first opening, that's not the final opening, but the first opening, it's pretty bad. But I mean, the music was nice and I composed it, so... I mean, I kind of get the idea of how Atlantis sounds. It sounds magical and oceany, but yet mysterious and magical. That's what I love about Atlantis. And Milo, super cute, just saying. Always got it in that time period. There were a lot of nerdy characters. Again, let's go back to Stargate. Who discovered the portal thing and how to get it to work? The nerd character. There's always a scientific nerd character who's either a linguist, he understands this. Oh, I just understand the aliens because I'm weird. Or I understand this lost culture because I'm the only person who studies this language. I am serious. I mean, even the Atlanteans themselves said, well, yeah, we forgot our own language. How do you forget your own language but can speak it? Maybe there's more in-depth on it. Maybe the crystal erased their memory because it could put them in danger in some way in its eyes, because it's a living thing. How is it living? It couldn't have been a god, could it? Like, all of this is great questions. Questions that I would love to answer. And then she said the kings of the past. Doesn't that sound like Mufasa and what he said to Simba? Oh, the stars. The kings of our great past are up there. Kita, the crystal, those are the kings that had died. The kings of our great past. Sounds to me like we got a good story on our hands. Well, if you guys are looking to help out, just let me know and I'll do that. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to go finish drinking my coffee. I'm going to go hop in the shower. I'm going to get dressed, clean the kitchen, and continue on my animations of Milo and Kita's A Crystal Life. And if you guys need any if you guys have any suggestions, any ideas, let me know, because I am genuinely wanting to make this a reality. I'm a huge fan of Atlantis, and if you're watching this, you're probably a huge fan of Atlantis and didn't like how it turned out. And who knows, maybe Disney might even look at this fan animated movie and who knows, might even make it better, might even make it real, or we'll never touch it, but at least we got a fan animated movie. Even if it's not perfect, I still want it to be a blow your mind sort of thing. Well, anyways, I love you guys. I hope you have a great day, and this was fun. Yeah. Bye. And again, if you have any suggestions, just comment below or go to my Twitter, which is TriniTech777, or my Facebook, which is Trinitech, just Trinitech. So anyways, I love you guys. I hope you have a great day, and goodbye. Oh, and my Patreon is Pink Candy Love Studios. Bye.